All right, now let's look at our acid and metal reaction. So we know that acid plus metal gives us salt and hydrogen. Now, it's important to remember hydrogen is one of those diatomic molecules. So just keep in mind that when we see hydrogen as a gas, the formula is going to be H2. So you need to remember that for some of these balancings we're about to do. All right, now let's have a look at the first one on our sheet, which is magnesium and hydrochloric acid. So magnesium, Mg for magnesium, plus HCl gives us, well, we know it's going to be hydrogen gas. So let's do that as H2. And that leaves us then with magnesium and chloride as our two others. All right, now, when we look here, we need to make sure that this is all balanced first. So we have magnesium here, valency of 2, and chlorine has a valency of 1. So magnesium has a valency of 2, chlorine has a -1. Let's do our swap and drop. So then we know that for each magnesium ion, we're going to need 2 chlorine ions. And we know that our hydrogen is in a gas form, H2. Just fill the rest of this in. All right, now, so that's our end products. The end products themselves are balanced. Our reactants are balanced. We need now to check that our whole equation is balanced. Now this one is pretty straightforward, so I'm going to do it without doing our usual magnesium, hydrogen, chlorine, and counting them up. I think this one you should be able to follow along just by looking at. So we have our magnesium, there's one here and one magnesium there, so that's balanced. Now we have 2 hydrogens here, but only 1 hydrogen there. So we need to have 2 lots of hydrochloric acid to be able to produce our molecule there of hydrogen gas. So let's put a 2 in front. Now if we put a 2 in front of that HCl, we now have 2 chlorines on this side. And over here, as part of this ionic compound, we've already got 2 chlorines. So magnesium plus 2 HCl gives us magnesium chloride plus hydrogen gas. So that's all balanced and that one's all done. Let's look now at the next one on our sheet, which is calcium and sulfuric acid. So calcium is Ca and sulfuric acid is H2SO4. Now we know it's going to give us hydrogen gas, which will then leave calcium and sulfate as our salt. Now we need to make sure that this is balanced. We know that hydrogen gas is balanced. So calcium, let's look at our periodic table. Calcium, a valency of 2+. Sulfate is one of our common anions. Sulfate has a valency of 2-. So we have 2+, we have 2-, 2+, 2-. That's all balanced, which would mean our whole equation now should be balanced. 1 calcium, 1 calcium, 1 sulfate, 1 sulfate, 2 hydrogens, 2 hydrogens. That's balanced. Ca 2+, SO4 2-. So we know that calcium sulfate's balanced. H2 is hydrogen gas. That's all balanced and that's now complete. Now I'll leave you to go on with the other acid and metals for yourself. Nitric acid is H2NO3. and sulfuric acid is this one here, H2SO4. That should give you the information you need to do the rest of those there.